In a quiet suburban backyard, a new, shiny bird feeder hung from a sturdy branch. It was filled with plump, delicious sunflower seeds, the ultimate treasure for the local birds. But it was also the ultimate obsession for a determined gray squirrel named Squeakins. Squeakins assessed the situation. The feeder was on a thin, wobbly wire far from the tree trunk. He took a running leap from the branch. He flew through the air and missed spectacularly, tumbling into a bush below. The birds chirped, almost laughing. Squeakins wouldn't give up. From a nearby fence, he sat and watched. He noticed that when a heavy bird landed, the feeder would sway. He saw the thin wire it hung from. A plan began to form in his clever little mind. With the grace of a circus performer, Squeakins shimmied up the pole and onto the very wire holding the feeder. He spread his legs wide for balance and inched his way, paw over paw, along the precarious tightrope. The feeder was within reach. Just as he was about to grab a seed, his weight caused the feeder to swing violently. He held on for dear life, swinging back and forth. He was like a furry pendulum. Instead of fighting it, he used the momentum to swing himself onto the feeder's roof. Success. Victory was short-lived. The feeder was squirrel-proof, meaning the feeding ports closed under his weight. He could sit on it, but he couldn't get the seeds. He chattered in frustration, shaking the little metal roof. Squeakins called for backup with a series of clicks and squeaks. His cousin Nutkins arrived. While Squeakins hung from the top, shaking the feeder, Nutkins positioned himself on the ground below, ready to catch the raining seeds. Squeakins discovered that if he hung upside down from the roof, he could stretch his body and just barely reach a feeding port with his tongue. It was an acrobatic and uncomfortable way to eat, but for those seeds, it was worth it. The human, amazed by the squirrel's persistence, installed a slippery, dome-shaped baffle above the feeder. Squeakins' next approach from above was halted. His claws scrabbled uselessly on the smooth plastic. He slid off like a drop of water. Undeterred, Squeakins took a new approach. He leapt from a nearby patio table, launching himself through the air directly at the feeder. It was a wild, Hail Mary move. He hit it with a thud, clung on, and caused a shower of seeds for his friends on the ground. On another day, Squeakins did something bizarre. He started chasing his own tail on the patio, rolling around and being hilariously dramatic. The human watched, distracted and amused. Meanwhile, Nutkins was quietly raiding the unguarded feeder. A rainy day provided the perfect opportunity. The metal baffle was wet and even more slippery, but Squeakins used the pole, his wet claws giving him just enough grip to bypass the baffle entirely and launch onto the feeder. Finally, hanging triumphantly on the feeder, Squeakins feasted. Seeds flew everywhere. He ate until his cheeks were comically full. The birds watched from a distance, utterly defeated. The human watched from the window, equal parts frustrated and impressed. The next day, the human moved the feeder even further into the yard, onto a taller, smoother pole with a larger baffle. Squeakins sat on the fence, twitching his tail. He wasn't looking at the feeder. He was looking at the new, longer string of patio lights leading toward it. There is a silent understanding in every neighborhood. The humans will devise more complex obstacles, and the squirrels will see them not as barriers, but as puzzles. It's a game of wits, and the squirrels are shockingly clever players. For Squeakins and his kind, the bird feeder isn't just about food. It's about the challenge. It's about outsmarting the giant, seed-hoarding creatures. Their antics provide a daily comedy show and a testament to nature's incredible and hilarious ingenuity.